Van Hekken. He's from Infrabel, infrastructure manager. And then we have Michael Purcell. He is from the European Infrastructure Managers. And at my left side, easy to go away if it's time, it's Harald Reisinger from RNE, the associated for infrastructure managers to facilitate. Interoperability and standardization has a large impact on core system of infrastructure managers. And I can say that because I'm the CIO of Pro, and I know that it has a large impact on those large customized legacy systems. And the changes will not take place unless it is forced by legislation. Well, we have some in favor of that, so let's hear what Harald has to say about it.
Okay, thank you for the floor. This is a very tricky and good question, and thank you for shifting a little bit the agenda. The point was that I'm the first one at the last session, so that I can maybe leave a little bit earlier to catch the plane. The point in this area is that there are two parts of the coin. On the one side, as soon as a legislation comes in place, IAMs and the user forced to fulfill the regulation, to implement it. That means sometimes it needs something like a kick-off, a kickstart to do something, because in some areas really we are a little bit lagging behind, especially in the information technology. Therefore, sometimes it's very good to have, let's say, a regulation and a TSI to start with something and to standardize it, but on the other side, the industry is developing IT solution either. And sometimes we have to check that we're not making a step back in the one or the other part. It was a real challenge for, let's say, the Commission and also for us to come together and to find a way how to work together. And I think we have done a big progress in the last 2 or 3 years, because now there's also on both sides much more trust that the Commission on one side trusts that we are proposing things if they're changing the TSI, and that we not want to interfere it, that we just want to support it and make it better.
As was said this morning, the timescales don't match. If you try and legislate in a solution, then by the time that solution is delivered, it is already out of date, it's already a legacy. And so the legislation, if you use it, must really be outcome-based. And it also must be consistent. I would say that right now we face an interesting issue in that the difference in timescales between TAP and TAP legislation has given us some things to deal with. And also the fact that OPE has an IT element to it, although it's not actually mentioned in the legislation that IT is needed.
Let's go to the second statement. Infrastructure managers do not know what RUs really need. And that is a big problem, because if you don't know what you really need as a customer, it is also difficult to define the solution and also to determine the priority of that solution. Is that true or not? Let's see. Again, first one. Good.
I think we have a lot of competence, a lot of knowledge within infrastructure management companies. We tend to come out of the same company historically, so we still know our colleagues very well and their views. However, what is true, and certainly what we experienced at Infrabel, is that we were confronted with newcomers in the market, and especially in the freight sector. We have smaller RUs, and they cannot be treated like a big RU. So from the beginning, we tried to help these smaller RUs in developing a web portal supporting their processes. And this is not the same way how you deal with big RUs, especially in freight or in the passenger sector.
I think this is a question which we can answer quite easily. Yes, the infrastructure manager have one customer, one big customer, one set of customers. These are the RUs. We are in close contact. We were combined, integrated companies 15, 20, 10 years ago. So in principle, yes, we know. But where we have a little bit problems on the IAM side, the development of the market. That means that it has changed from a more or less national driven market to an international driven market because of a completely different business case here now. Also for our systems, for our, let's say, our services we are offering, and therefore IAMs and IUs have very commonly developed IT solutions for border crossing traffic, for information exchange, for booking a pass to get access to the network, like we have the pass coordination system, where we start in the beginning with the IU process, that the IU is coordinating the pass request. And then it comes as a pass request that harmonized to the IAM, and then we're making a harmonized pass offer to them. Yes, it's an integral